All right, ladies, are you feeling burned out?
Sure.
Yes. Nearly 60% of women of Generation X say they are feeling drained, stressed, or experiencing a loss of identity. I feel like we are just talking to me right now.
What's sadder, though, is millennials. We're millennials. We feel this, too.
I know. Well, we're going to dive into all of this. Experts say this is a time period to redefine midlife, not as a crisis, but as an opportunity to reinvent yourself.
I like that because I don't want to have a crisis. Wendy Valentine is an author and host of a podcast called the Midlife Makeover Show. She's here to talk about her new book. We have it this morning, Women Waking Up.
Yes.
Wendy, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is amazing. And happy Labor Day.
Thank you. Happy Labor Day.
Day.
We're both excited for this conversation. It's funny because last week in our newsroom, we had a different story about midlife, and it started this debate on what midlife was.
Yeah.
What
It's whatever we
midlife?
define it as,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
I think it's a catalyst. It's not a crisis. And actually, if anything, it's not even so much a crisis as it is that it's a coma. Like, we
Okay.
need to wake up to our greatest selves, to our
Fair.
potential, to our passions, our purpose. It's a great opportunity to ask yourself, who do I want to be as I step into this next chapter in my life?
And I understand that that is what you did. I want to know some of your personal story. I understand there's an RV involved, but you were dealing with some serious things. I understand death, the death of your brother. I'm very sorry to hear about your loss.
Yeah.
Tell us what led you to this RV adventure.
Okay, great question. So yes, this book was born out of my own midlife breakdown, which became my breakthrough. At 45, I went through divorce, disease, debt, depression, and I came to a point where I had to decide either to allow my life to continue to spiral downwards or to rebuild it from the ground up. Thankfully, I chose the latter.
Beautiful.
And over the course of the 2 years, completely rebuilt my life and followed my dreams of buying an RV and taking off across the country.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and then that journey became the blueprint of the 7-step freedom framework that is in the book.
Love it.
This is great. So I will say I was reading this book this weekend, but when I opened it, it took me straight to chapter 6. So I feel like it was speaking to me about carving out clutter and how you have to weed certain things out in order to live the life that you were supposed to and meant to live. And I feel like so many people, you know, so many women in general have this checklist. I need to do all of this by this certain age. I need to accomplish this, but they could actually be holding themselves back from an amazing life.
Oh yes, usually we are the ones that stand in our own way, right? And I did the same thing. You check all the boxes, right? Kids, career, family, the house in the burbs, the whole thing. And even though very fulfilling, still you get in your 40s and 50s and you're like, wait, what's next, right? And we think of decluttering, even though I did that, going into an RV, I went from 5,000 square feet to 100 square feet, right? Like that's a lot of decluttering. But most of the decluttering is in our minds, in our hearts, our relationships. And when you can clear some of that stuff out in your life, oh my gosh, it wakes you up to so many amazing more opportunities.
Yeah, that's one of your big points in the book, that these small changes can lead to bigger changes, which I think is helpful because big changes feel overwhelming.
It's too much.
Yeah,
that's why New Year's resolutions usually end by
we fly.
the end of, we're like,
before
boom.
January's over, we're done, girl.
I always say Rome was not built in a day, and neither will the new you, right? You have to take tiny little steps, and every single day, just ask yourself, what is one bold move that I can make today? And a bold move can literally be drinking more water, or taking a walk in the park, or sending out your resume. Any tiny little move, and every single day, that will lead to bigger changes.
Makes
That's
sense.
actually speaking to me. I just turned 40 last year. Last year was such a tough year for me with so many things. But this past weekend, my husband and I went to Big Sur. We made this whole checklist: drinking more water, making sure we take our walks. I bought a walking pad so we can take our walks. So we're both in our 40s, and we're like, we don't want this. A lot of people just scare you when you turn 40. Like it's the end.
Oh my gosh, it is the best. It is the beginning of like the most exciting chapter yet. And you know, I want to say something about what you were talking about, because I feel like what we're doing today is leading to our next tomorrow, right? Like I take care of my body today of how I want to be when I'm 90. How will I be able to walk and talk and take care of myself and play with my grandkids, right? So we get so caught up with the busyness of life, but we need to stop. We need to just get quiet. Think about those things that can take care of ourselves so that we can have a better tomorrow.
It's
I
so
love
smart.
that. I know. Okay, so there's the traditional like midlife reinvention, we're going to call it now. Now you've you've corrected me. I'm not going to say midlife crisis anymore.
Not a crisis, everybody. It's not a crisis.
Like 45, 50, as you said, who've checked all these things off. The story we had last week is that millennial women are feeling this for the opposite reason. They're not checking the boxes. Don't own the houses, can't afford to, haven't found the husband, haven't had the kid yet. And so they're having this crisis of like, what is next for me? So what do you suggest? Because I'm in my 30s and I'm interested in this book.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, and that's interesting though. I have had a lot of like 20 and 30-year-olds interested in this
because
topic.
We're having a crisis from the lack of the things. Does that make sense?
But it totally makes sense.
It's the same feelings.
Yes. You know what though? I thought about this morning. We don't have to reinvent our lives ourselves. You go back to the basics. Go with what you know. It is simply drinking water.
What do we know, Wendy?
Yeah, I know what do.
I think she's right though. You got to give yourself grace.
No, it's true.
It's true.
It's not that complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we try to complicate it because the world seems so complicated.
Yeah.
But we are very simple creatures. We know what we need to do.
Right.
We just have to get out of our own way. And just follow through, be mindful, be conscious, and be awakened with what you're doing in your life.
I love this.
true.
And I love that you shared your truth in this book to help other women. That's always so helpful to me. To me, that gives every other woman inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you don't feel alone.
Exactly. And you'll feel crazy for the things you
Thank
go
you
through.
for making me
Well, you
change my
woke
life.
up
I know.
this morning.
It's no longer a crisis, everybody.
It's not a crisis. We're not in crisis. So says Wendy. Thank
As
you,
your
Wendy.
voice cracks
I know.
as you say it.
I'm not in crisis. I'm not in crisis. Okay. No, I'm not. The book is called Women Waking Up. You got to read it. It's available now. You can also listen to Wendy's podcast, The Midlife Makeover Show. It's on Spotify. And Wendy, we appreciate you being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
You're
for
awesome.
staying us.